Hello YouTube and Merry Christmas to you all. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. It will help my channel a lot. As always, you will find the full recipe and the instructions down in the description. So in this episode, I will cook 3 very classic traditional dishes that belong on the Swedish Christmas table. The first one will be cured salmon. The other one will be Swedish Christmas ham, a very traditional thing that I think for the most Swedes are the most important dish on the Christmas table. And I will also make a dish that is known as Janssons frestelse in Sweden, and I think it can be translated to Janssons temptation, which is a potato dish. So let's cook some Swedish Christmas food, and once again Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you will enjoy. So we start with this dish. This is the cured salmon. It will take longest time of them all. Use a sharp knife and trim off all the fat that you can see, and then wipe it dry. Add your allspice to a mortar and crush them coarsely. Now it's time to add the sugar and the salt and your allspice to a bowl. Pour half of it in a baking dish. Place the salmon on top of it. Pour over the rest and give this Norwegian salmon a Swedish massage. Top with dill. Now let your salty and sweet fish rest for at least 1 hour. After a while you will see the sugar crystals and the salt crystals start to melt. And now it's just need time, so let it rest in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours. So after the 24 hours nap, just take out the salmon from the refrigerator and flip it around like this. Wrap it up again and let it rest for at least 24 more hours. And then it's final time. Your salmon is ready. Just remove the dill as well as the allspice. In Sweden we used to serve this together with cured salmon sauce. However, the salmon has so much taste in itself, so it's totally fine to serve it just with lemon, like I do here. So let us start with the Swedish Christmas ham. Around Christmas you will be able to buy this sort of ham from any shop in Sweden. In any other part of the world you have to buy nitrate curing salt and inject in this ham. Otherwise it will look kind of grey. We will bake this low and slow in the oven, so use a meat thermometer. Put it in the oven at 167 Fahrenheit or 75 Celsius. After several hours, depending on how big your ham is, it will look something like this. So now it's time to do our glaze. Allspice and cloves. To a bowl add 1 egg yolk, follow up with coarse mustard, and after that sweet and strong mustard. Brown sugar and whisk it to combine. And just add your allspice and your cloves and give it a quick stir. Add your crumbled breads and whisk it again. And now it's time to release that poor ham. Remove the rind with a sharp knife. Actually, most of the time you can actually just pull it off like this. Remove some of the fat, but don't remove everything. As you know, fat is flavor, but wipe it very dry as you can. And then it's time to add your glaze. After you have covering it well, add the breadcrumbs. Now put it back in the oven at 220 degrees Celsius or 430 degrees Fahrenheit. So let it be in the oven for 10 to 20 minutes until the outside has picked up some color. The inner temperature should now be around 72 degrees Celsius or 162 degrees Fahrenheit, and the exterior should look something like this. And now the last dish of them all, the Janssons temptation. Here's the ingredients. First of all, waxy potatoes. Follow up by Swedish anchovies. And it's actually not real anchovies, it's actually sprat. Then you need cream, onion, breadcrumbs, salt and white pepper and butter. And last of all, you need unsmoked Swedish sandwich caviar, which you can probably find in your local IKEA store. And in this dish we will use a big mandolin. You can use a knife of course, otherwise I recommend a mandolin and slice the onion thin. Fry them in a pan set to medium heat. It's okay that they take some color, but really they shouldn't take too much. As you see here, this is okay. So for the sauce, this is very simple. Add cream, follow up with the Swedish sandwich caviar, and then you add all the liquid from the jar from the Swedish anchovies. Whisk it to combine. If your mandolin has an option to slice your potato like this, you can use it, it's very practical. Otherwise just use a very sharp knife. Now it's time to assemble. Start with one layer of potatoes. Follow up with your fried onion. And then you add your anchovies. One more layer of potatoes. One more layer of anchovies. Then it's time to add your creamy sauce. Follow up with the breadcrumbs. And last, put some slices of butter on top of it. 340 Fahrenheit or around 170 Celsius for around 35 to 40 minutes until you can see the top look golden brown. And this is your Janssons temptation. Now I show you how to cook 3 very traditional Swedish Christmas dish. If you serve this on any Christmas table and you have Swedish guests, they will be impressed. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. That will really help out my channel. And Merry Christmas!